Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we return to Ultimate General Civil War. This is part 23 of a Let's Play series that I've been playing for over a month now. Ultimate General Civil War, in case you forgot, is a new real-time strategy war game which looks at the American Civil War. It puts you in command of either the Union or the Confederacy and allows you to play from some historical battles, or gives you a campaign option which allows you to take an army that you build, you design, and you outfit through a series of linked battles in which your casualties and experience and victories all carry over. In our last battle, we fought the Battle of Chantilly, which is the sort of rearguard action that happened after the Battle of Second Manassas historically. In the game, it's the first battle in the Antietam campaign. It's one of the sort of minor quasi-historical battles, a historical name but not terribly closely linked to reality. Although this one seemed certainly closer to the actual Battle of Chantilly than some of the other sort of minor battles. In this video, we'll actually be moving on to the Battle of Harpers Ferry, which will see the Confederacy attack Union forces on some heights opposite of the Shenandoah River toward the armory at Harper's Ferry. Now, historically, this battle was significant because it tied down a portion of Robert E. Lee's Confederate Army of Northern Virginia as it attempted to invade the North. General George B. McClellan actually wanted to pull the garrison of some 12,000 soldiers out. He was overruled, and as a result, he was 12,000 men weaker at the Battle of Sharpsburg/Antietam that would occur later on, but the Confederacy was also weaker in the initial phases of the campaign, and he was able to successfully attack a broken up and divided Confederate army that had about a third of its men at Harper's Ferry, and then a third of the men in a series of gaps between some mountains, and another third of the men that were unengaged. This all ended up setting up the Battle of Antietam, where the last forces staying behind at Harper's Ferry raced forward under General A.P. Hill and would save the day. But that's not what we're really talking about today. In this video, we're in the process of reorganizing our army as we prepare to fight the last of the minor battles before the Battle of Antietam, which at the time of this playthrough was the final battle that was currently available in the early access version, the final major battle in this Let's Play series. Anyway, guys, without posting any more spoilers, this was from a live stream that I did shortly after the game launched, and rather than talking you through 30 minutes of me re-narrating what was already narrated, I'm going to go ahead and jump back into the live stream audio. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoy, and I will catch you at the end of this video. So I don't think we're going to go with that. Logistics will give us 10% additional ammo. That might be useful in Antietam. Medicine would be nice in a campaign, where after the battle you get more troops restored, but we only have one more fight where that would matter. Economy gives you a discount on weapons. That might be worth looking into. And politics gives you more gold or recruits, but that will only matter for one more battle. So I kind of think training might be the right route to go. Makes veterans cheaper. Is that it? It doesn't influence the fighting? I don't know then. If it doesn't influence fighting, then I almost think either recon or logistics would be the route. Current army strength during battle, starting army size, corps division number, reconnaissance helps you to know the following about your enemy. Okay. Let's see what you guys think. What do you think would be the best thing to go with? That's probably true. Based on Second Manassas, we really could use the logistics, so we'll go with that. We need to build up a larger force, definitely. I agree with all of you there. So I'm not sure. Let's take a look at what the Battle of Harper's Ferry allows us to deploy first before we make any decisions on what to do with the remainder of our money. I definitely know we need more men. But as you see here, we actually can only bring 12 brigades to bear in this fight. So we will go back to camp. We're going to pull one more of our experienced brigades and put it into the 2nd Corps just to get it out of this fight. And then put the cavalry in this division. This isn't any sort of permanent organizational setup at the moment either, so just keep that in mind. We need to raise some more troops, so we're going to raise some green infantry brigades. We definitely need more men. I don't know what we have in the armory. We've got 500 Springfields of those. We've got nearly 2,000 of these Springfields. So we're going to go ahead and raise that brigade. It'll cost us 4,000, but that's fine. That's barely anything for a new brigade. Here's where the issue is going to come in is if we go to the armory and we look at our weapons, our infantry weapons, we've only got a few Springfield 1842s. We could buy more. They're relatively cheap, but they're crappy weapons. We don't have anything we can really sell off. We probably need more artillery, but I'd say we need more infantry worse than we need more artillery. We have majors in command, which is not a good thing to have, so we can maybe put Little in command with his Lieutenant Colonel C. That'll cost us a little bit of money. We'll go ahead and we'll raise another brigade. I think we'll do the Springfield 1842s just from a cost perspective, because we can equip a quarter of a brigade freely, and then the 15,000 is the other part. So we've now got a full division here in the 1st Division of the 2nd Corps. We'll probably need to bump supply up a bit as well. I don't know if it matters for this next fight, but it certainly will matter for Antietam. Again, we're stuck with some pretty crappy commanders here in Hampton. Maybe what we do is we put Hampton into this battle and pull one of our other good brigades out. Again, I'm kind of keeping this crack group of troops out of the next fight. I'm just hoping that the fight is lopsided enough that we can win without too much serious effort. Let's see here. And then we'll probably want to reorganize the 2nd Corps with some of our 2 stars in commanded divisions, just to make things all set up right. 2 corps I'm hoping is enough to win Antietam. Let's see, we've got some 24,000 infantry now. I'm going to go ahead and raise 2nd Division, I guess. We'll have to take... Who do we want in command of that division? We'll have to take A.P. Hill out of his brigade command. I don't like the idea of putting a major there. Let's put a lieutenant colonel.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll have to go ahead and put Hill in command of this new division. Let's see what we can raise. I don't like the idea of using farmers' muskets, but we don't have a lot of other options. This is 17,000 just for 1,000 of them. Ugh. I suppose we can go with farmers. They're much cheaper. We can certainly afford a full brigade with farmers. So there you can see here we've added a new brigade with crappy weapons, but it's another brigade. So we've now got 12,000 men in the 2nd Corps, 14,000 in the 1st, and then we've still got $6,000 left over. So maybe we increase our artillery a bit. We'll get it up to 12 howitzers in this battery.
Yes, sir.
So 2 12-gun batteries.
Sir, yes, sir.
Increase our manpower a bit. Looks like it's all we can do. So we don't have the money, unless we've got something we can sell here, which I don't think we do, which we don't. We could sell some supply, but that's kind of a short-sighted thing because we'll need to rebuy it next turn, so we won't do that. So we've got some 40 guns and 26,000 infantry. That won't be enough for Antietam, but we'll have one more turn, hopefully, with one more successful battle. I think I'll actually strip a little bit of artillery out of this next fight. Keeps the artillery safe, but it also allows these farmers' musket green troops to get some experience. And then we'll take... Yeah. So I'll pull some artillery out just because if the enemy has 16,000 troops, it might be worth having some infantry. So here's our setup for the next battle. I think... Yeah, I know. I think that should have us be okay. Let's see here. So we put the 1st Corps here, yeah, 12. Okay, so hopefully we can win this battle as cheaply as the last one, then we can build another 2 or 3 additional brigades and get us over 30,000 infantry. The next battle here is the Battle of Harpers Ferry, or called Arsenal. You can see here we've been ordered to seize Harpers Ferry and capture valuable weapons factory located there. The guards at Harpers Ferry have left the town and holds the height in front of us to halt our advance, attack them, capture the heights, and clear the way to the town. So I'm hoping we can outflank them. I'm hoping they're not really in these woods, because there is a river between us, so ideally we can swing around their right and crush them, but we'll see. This makes me a little nervous that we're on the attack. I'm going to take a real quick break. You can see here, as we went out before, the enemy had 17,000 troops. Now they only have 13,000, so our recon is kind of inconsistent. But we'll be ready to go ahead and attack, and we'll hopefully... you've been ordered to advance, seize Harpers Ferry, and capture the Federal Weapons Factory. So it looks like there's some pretty substantial heights here. The guard of Harpers Ferry has left the town and captured the heights to halt our advance. Capture the heights and clear the way to Harpers Ferry. Okay, so you can see here, these are some pretty damn steep heights, you can see. There's no ford, by the looks of it, north of the heights. Otherwise, I'd try and swing around their flank. This could be a damn bloody attack. What we may do is, if we can, swing around wide left and then come in on the enemy flank using these woods. I think that makes the most sense, rather than going up this bald hill, which looks like a very steep climb. So I think that's what we'll do, is we'll swing around the enemy flank. Hopefully that works. We're on some heights opposite. Not sure if these heights are actually taller. If they are, I could bombard them from the other side of the river. I think historically the Confederates did that. I'd agree. As far as most underrated Union commander, I'd probably say George Thomas. Maybe Gibbon. Gibbon was pretty damn good. He didn't command a corps till late in the war. I also think that Hancock was... He's well regarded for Gettysburg, but I think he was probably the best Union Corps commander in the entire war, and I don't know if he's really given that kind of respect. On the Confederate side, soft spot for James Longstreet, although he does get a lot of press and play. I think he's underrated in the sense that I think he was just as good to Lee as Jackson was. Wasn't as good independent. Very stubborn, very hard-headed, thought very highly of himself, probably more highly than he should have. However, he was probably the best, second best Corps commander. I'd say in terms of how he served Lee, he was right up there with Jackson. Jackson gets a lot of play for Chancellorsville, deservedly so, but and Longstreet gets a lot of flack from Gettysburg, but we forget that Jackson horribly underperformed at the Peninsula. And then he also, Jackson didn't underperform at the Peninsula. Jackson also accomplished about the same as Jackson at Chancellorsville when Longstreet hit Hancock's flank at the Wilderness. So I think he's underrated in some regard, but he's not the most underrated Confederate commander. I don't know who the most underrated Confederate commander would be, but you guys can continue the chat. I'm going to start the battle. Okay, so here's our troops. We'll go ahead and scout up front. Try and get these guys into these woods, and then we'll just sweep wide left. It's kind of my objective here, just to get up on top of the hill before we engage the enemy. I wonder if the most overrated Confederate commander might have been Albert Sidney Johnston, just because he really accomplished next to nothing, and yet he's often, you get this sort of halo over him of, if only he had stayed alive, things might have been different, and I don't know if that's really true or not. Whoa. What's that, a railroad cut? Alright, so we'll let our cavalry go out ahead a little bit, scout for us. Some rough terrain. You can see this is damn steep. A damn steep hill. Do not attack frontally on that, that's for sure. Looks like we can advance up and around. It's going to be a bit of a climb. I wonder if the map expands when you capture the heights and then you go to the town. Whoa! Artillery! That's a lot of artillery too, by the way. Get into the woods. We're outnumbered. Fight them back, boys. Oh, we are beating them back. Beat them back. We are outnumbered more than 2 to 1. Now we're routed. Okay. Well, and flanked and hit by artillery. Enemy guns up there. You can see skirmishers racing forward. Deploy our own skirmishers. I shouldn't have put our cavalry out front. Kind of gave away our position. That may have been a big mistake. Let them get out of there and recover some morale. Get into these woods. Get some cover. I need more map to the left. Nope, we're sorry, but unfortunately, the terrain just happens to end here. Wait, what? Get these guns up on this hill. This is crazy. I see Ward on the right. I know he's snooping there. How's our cav? How's our cav? How are they doing? Wouldn't mind charging the enemy skirmishers with our cav. Let's see here. How are these guys doing? Enemy horsemen are destroying our detachment. Why are these guys meleeing with these horsemen? I don't want them to melee. I just want them to fire a volley into them and rout them. There you go. That's what I want. Maybe we can surrender that cav. There you go, just like I said. Take that, Federal Cavalry. I kind of think it might make sense just to put our skirmishers out in the open to maybe draw some fire. Get some of that fire off of our main force. Could be stupid and just get us 200 casualties. Charge the supply wagons! Oh god. Enemy on our right, enemy on our left. Oh, you're not going to get there. Halt. Now fire it. Oh boy. Retreat! Well, they're going to surrender. Maybe we can do something positive with that. As we obliterate those skirmishers. You could ask me if I'm going to play Antietam. I'll probably play Antietam. It's only 1 o'clock, and it's Saturday, so why the hell not, right? I mean, the Confederacy is short of lead, guys, so we do need to make sure that we've got sufficient supply of lead, which means draw some fire from these Feds. Okay, we're trying to go up and around the enemy flank. Their infantry's deployed in the open, so if there's nothing here, which I'm sure there's something, but if there's not much here, you can always rake him from the side. How's our artillery doing over here? Yeah, they're okay. We'll attach those skirmishers, get our character over here. Ward's brigade did get into the woods. I don't really want to advance Chew into the open, but... Okay, Harrison's brigade may suffer. These guys are these the farmers' muskets? Good luck, guys. They've got actually quite a bit of troops kind of sitting in the open. Well, at least these are the complete rookies with the worst weapons that are taking the heaviest casualties thus far. Okay, but you're in the woods and you've got good cover, so that flanking doesn't mean a ton. They're going to get hit from the rear with artillery. And now they're going to have artillery coming in on both flanks against Bartow. They're going to hopefully break Ward quickly. But Ward's got too good a cover at the moment. What I should do is bring some of my guns down. Why are they not moving? Just do that. Hopefully these woods are within flanking reach of the enemy. Okay, so Ward's been pushed. Let's get these guys further up in the woods. This battalion or whatever's wide in the open, so we should have an advantage against them. I know I'm leaving more than 2 brigades uncommitted. I guess I can come in and try and crush their flank. I was trying to stay out of the open. My main fear was not so much their infantry as it was their artillery. But now that I have them pinned, it might make sense to risk leaving the open. Again, the more casualties I've got to replace, though, the more difficult it's going to be. So, because again, I don't really like the idea of being out here on these woods, just, you know, exposed. These guys are losing heavily, but they are pushing these guns back. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit quiet here. Trying to get Marsh around their flank. They haven't actually shot at Marsh, despite him being probably the most vulnerable of all the brigades. There you go. Utsi caught between 3 brigades. Now, Marsh is going to suffer some. He's got some damn good weapons, too. I don't really want to move Price into the open, but he is going to have the high ground at the very least against these guns. I wouldn't actually mind charging the guns because there's a chance we could capture them. I feel like if you charge enemy weapons, you're more likely to capture them, and that could be useful in terms of rebuilding our artillery. Looks like our... Okay, so we just lost that cavalry regiment, completely destroyed, which kind of sucks. If I can drive Ward off, then I'll charge this... Oh, these are infantry. No, there's got to be a cavalry or artillery battery in here somewhere. Ooh, canister fire. I didn't really want them to charge. I mean, I hit the button, but that was only because they were already so far down the hill. So anyway, so much for not trying to take too much in the way of casualties. We're charging artillery and taking canister in the teeth. It is beautiful watching them run, isn't it? Why are these guys all charging? I'm not telling them to charge. And down goes the battery of artillery. One volley. I definitely didn't want to lose, like, any casualties. I feel like I'm losing a lot more than I had hoped. Hopefully the captured weapons Oh, damn, we just lost 2 colonels killed. This is growing increasingly expensive. You know what would be interesting is if you got, like, a bonus. So if you capture... or you win this battle, and because it's a Union arsenal and a lot of troops surrendered at the end of the battle, you get a bonus in what you capture. So goods captured. Doesn't look like we got... Oh, we did get some guns. Oh, nice. We got 12 Napoleons and 4 ordnance rifles. That's going to be damn nice. And then we rescued some other units. Captured almost 1,000 Springfields. We're going to have to rebuild our cavalry unit. But at the end of the day, I'd consider that a battle. I should have checked to see what my cavalry... All right, there you have it, guys. Another victory for the Confederate Army in the last battle before the Battle of Antietam, the largest single-day battle in American history in terms of casualties. It was another victory at Harpers Ferry, although I neglected to check what my actual casualties were. And in the next video, we'll go ahead and we'll jump into preparing our army for fighting the Battle of Antietam. In this video, I hope you guys enjoyed. And again, another Confederate victory, so chalk that one up to the growing reputation of my historical general. Until next time, oh my god, I can't speak. Until next time, though, guys, thanks again for watching, and this is the Historical Gamer, signing out.